best case scenario, say that there would be some sort of peace agreement, a ceasefire, and the war would be over, at least the active part of it. How could the international community in general, but the work, for example, of International Alert in particular, work to sort of strengthen that peace and to make sure that it doesn't relapse again?
Well, I think that there are some negatives, some things to avoid as far as the governments and the UN are concerned. There must be no rushing in with missions and peace building and $500 million and the sort of, in a sense, the usual kind of thing. The situation in Syria is going to be fraught with danger and difficulty. If there's a negotiated agreement, it means that neither side won. So both are still there. And that also means that the agreement is likely to have an awful lot of spoilers. A lot of groups who think that their main advantage lies in somehow a re-eruption of the conflict. Something needs to be done to help look after that, but simply the idea of putting in an outside security force is probably not going to work as far as either side is concerned. So something else needs to be thought through about that. I think then that where maybe organisations like International Alert or others will be trying to help will be much more to do with the sort of at the local level, rebuilding, not in the sense just of rebuilding damaged houses, damaged towns, damaged marketplaces and so on, but also rebuilding, helping relations rebuild. 1 million, not 2 million refugees, 1 million in Lebanon and 1 million elsewhere.
It's more,
yeah, it's a big return process. There's almost always issues to sort out between those who left and returned and those who stayed behind. So there's an awful lot of kind of building of peaceful relations at a more local level. That will take a lot of energy and a lot of time. And it's got to be done in a very respectful way. You can't just and a very thoughtful way. You can't just go rushing in with your projects and your 6-month project, quick impact project on the ground. I mean, we won't be looking for or taking grants like that because they're pointless. In fact, they're maybe even worse than pointless. We'll want some way in which, with some kind of community, some kind of group, we can work over a time and see what sorts of things there are that we can help with. And it may only be providing safe space. It may only be providing some kind of contact with similar groups who've gone through a similar kind of thing in other parts of the world. Okay, we can help with that, but maybe there are other things that will be wanted.